Oh my God, I love that I can see everything hanging from behind you guys. I'm Moxie. Nice to meet you. For the people that will have never seen you before and obviously are going to get somewhat of an idea about who you are from the stuff behind you, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, well, we're Primal Pleasures. We've been in business since 2017, and we pretty much specialize in rubber impact.
And I saw the rubber impact toys, but also saw mention of like 3D printed impact toys and aftercare products.
Yes, these are the 3D printed paddles that we do. So we have hearts and devil emojis and dragon tongues that are 3D printed that are pretty wicked.
Ooh.
And I do like massage candles.
I love that. I love like the full circleness of like a impact store also selling the aftercare products. Just we all know what
Right.
this is about. So I do have to ask because I'm very unfamiliar with like, 3D printed stuff other than, the novelty stuff that I just have from friends. I know that people are going to ask 3D printed impact toys. Is this something that can actually withstand a pretty good amount of impact, or is this supposed to be more of a like a light impact?
No, it can take it. This material right here actually flexes, so you can't really break it. You can melt it, but I haven't had one break yet, so that's kind of my challenge. It's like, try it out.
The different colors, is that something that people would like custom order, or is that like you do, here are our red ones, here's some blue ones, here's some this, like do you have set colors already?
We do have set colors: purple, red, blue, green, pretty much your basic,
Pink.
yeah, even pink, yeah. So, and then, yeah, we'll absolutely love to do custom orders.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about how you guys got into business because I was reading through your questionnaire and I absolutely loved the questionnaire that we had sent you where you had said that the way you got into business was by fixing a product of a friend of yours and they ended up
Yeah.
bringing it into their local store. So tell me about that.
So I worked someplace that just randomly had a ton of kinksters there. And one girl came to me and said, hey, I bought this flogger and it broke like the first time. Can your husband fix it? And like we were already in the kink scene, but not really making toys. And Mark saw it and was like, I can't fix this. And he just made her one and it's been just building since and it's awesome.
Yeah, actually,
I love that.
I love a challenge, so I took it all apart and I figured out a better way. And I wanted something rubber so it would clean up well because I love leather, but leather, you really need to take care of it. You need to keep it oiled and everything. And honestly,
Yeah.
it's kind of expensive, so I wanted a more economical, solution as well as something that would clean up really quickly.
Well, and the cleanup especially is, with floggers especially, that like leather can grab onto bodily fluids and rubber
Yeah.
gives you a way to sanitize that you just, which, for the people that love leather, no harm, no foul. It's just a reality of the material you're working with.
Yeah. And, our stuff is all vegan friendly. So if you're not into leather, like I personally, leather's okay. It's not my favorite. These, I
Yeah.
love them. They're very popular with the pro doms. They love them.
I mean, honestly, with the pro doms, from somebody that used to do that, having something that you can sanitize, clean really well,
Yeah.
be able to use a lot, that's kind of a little helpful. Otherwise, you're kind of like, all right, well, this is now for this person and this person only, I guess.
Yep, exactly. And our stuff is super sturdy. We've had one pro dom and our cat. I've been so far, oh, and one really hard player from Chicago. Those have been like the only people that have broken our toys since like 2017.
And
So,
if you break it, just give it
I,
back to me so I can see how you broke it, and then we'll replace it.
I mean, you gotta love that. You're learning from it because you're like, okay, how did that break? Why did that break? Is this something that we can
Exactly.
expand on? But also, I kind of love that that's like a slogan that you can use. That's we've only had X amount of things break since
yep.
2017.
And one of them was my cat, and she loves to chew. So,
I was gonna say, and that one there's no way around that one. That just I'm from somebody
yeah.
that has three of them. That's just reality.
Yeah.
So, what are your favorite items to make? And is your favorite item to make the same as your most popular item, or are those two different things?
Ooh. So my favorite item to make is actually a new thing that we've been doing. They're a fur paw with spikes on them. So they don't draw blood, but they're conductive, and they're great for like massage, scratch play.
Yeah, we call them pokey paws.
Stop it, I love that so much. Oh, I'm gonna need something like that. I love the
Yeah.
sensory stuff like that.
Yes, and I tried them out with my sub, the electrical part, and I'm always kind of iffy about using like the conductive stuff. And this, you get a little shock on your hands, but it's nothing I can't take. So
What's your most popular one?
Oh, yeah, our tails, our
our
single
single
tails.
tails.
They're serrated.
Yeah.
Um, they've got these little
Ooh,
stingy tips on them that really don't take much effort to break the skin. Um,
very
they're
big with
Ooh.
blood plants.
they're very wicked, but they're our number one seller.
So the
Yeah,
paws were her favorite item to make. Is that, do you share that opinion?
I don't know that I have a favorite. I like the really colorful things, so pretty much if it's colorful, I like to make it. But I mean, I also like to make the regular black handles too. They kind of have this nice, really kind of grip. It kind of reminds me of hockey in a way, but they just, yeah, I don't know. Probably these.
I like it. Well, and the bigger grips I feel like are definitely friendlier for like people that are starting to like have some issues with arthritis, things like that, that like gripping something real small can get really, really difficult, really painful.
You're not going to overwork your wrists that way too.
So from the point where your friend had you fix this like flogger of hers, and that's kind of what started this into being a business, how long from that point to where to like I have a full-fledged business, how long did that take?
It was probably a good year and a half because it just didn't stop. I thought there would be like maybe one or two, three or four, and it was like, hey, make me one. Oh, I want one too. And it's like, okay, I guess this is.
this
I
is
guess
what we're doing now.
this.
Yeah.
That you'll find a lot of support when you find somebody that you trust to make your stuff, that also are members of the community, that they have a personal understanding of what these items are being used for, because there's a little bit more thought that goes into it. You want to know, if it breaks, how did it break? How do I make it better? As opposed to just treating it like a novelty. And the novelty stuff is great, but if you are somebody that really enjoys impact, it is important that you have something that not only is, good for what you're doing, but also you can kind of, it can weather whatever you're doing with it, because then otherwise you're just money, 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 and you're just like turning over a bunch of money for something that you're like, okay, I'm going to end up just breaking this in a couple times of impact. Like,
Yeah.
it gets, it's an investment.
It
How
is.
did you hear about Shop Quinky?
I've been following Mr. Pierre on TikTok since he got on, and when he started talking about it, I was just like, wow. I really love his brand, and I think that it's a great idea.
He will be so excited to hear that you've just, from the jump, he's had a fan from the jump.
Sure, he's had
So
a ton.
when it comes, oh yeah, no, and we try not to tell him that because it goes straight to his head.
Right, exactly.
So when it comes to the actual launch of Shop Quinky, when it comes to having a storefront on there, are you bringing your full inventory over, or are you kind of going to start with like a smaller selection and then expand on it? Like, what can people expect to see from you?
I think we'll probably start out with definitely all of the rubber stuff and the impact. We'll probably bring all of it.
Impact items are especially like just such a huge hit, and every single one of them is so unique to the people making them that I think that'd be a slam dunk, especially that you guys are bringing over things that are like aftercare products. Like, you become a one-stop shop. Where else can people find you other than the fact that you're going to be on Shop Quinky? Where else can people find you if they want? Because I know that people are going to see this hanging behind you and be like, I'm not entirely sure I can wait for the launch of Shop Quinky. I think I want to go and
Right.
buy this now. So where can people find you?
Our name is the same on Etsy, Instagram, and FET, so they can message us there or order off the Etsy shop. And if they're local to the Detroit area, we're in a bunch of stores around here. So Janet's Dungeon, Occult 83, Noir Leather, and I think that's it. Next week, I'm going to be in Cleveland at the I believe it's the Institute of Erotic Arts. They're having a 2-day vendor shop, and then in April I'm going to be in Columbus for the Kinky in Columbus. They have like a monthly party, and they have like one vendor per party. So those are always fun.
Well, perfect. Well,
Awesome.
I am so excited to have you guys from somebody that is just like impact is my thing. I am so excited to have you guys on here because I'm very interested in the 3D printed stuff because it's a material I have not used before. And it's one I'm very unfamiliar with because the only 3D printed stuff I ever see is just the novelty hollowed out items that like, the fun little
Yeah.
statues that my friends print off for me, which I know has got to be different. I'm really excited to see what you guys like bring to Shop Quinky. I am so glad I got to talk to you guys today. Kim, Mark, very nice to meet you. I am so excited to have you guys on there. You guys have a wonderful night.
Thank you. You
Awesome. You
too.
too. Have a great night.